Now at 6:30, nearly 360 days have passed, and some of the hardest hit parts of St. Louis are still looking much like they did in the hours after the devastating tornado tore through. Good evening. I'm Morgan Harris, live in North City's Fountain Park neighborhood. As we first told you at 6, dozens of homes damaged are now slated to be torn down using $10 million in taxpayer dollars. Fountain Park is just east of Kings Highway, and it sits right in the middle of the path of the May 16th tornado, which claimed the lives of 5 people and injured dozens more. Now back out here at Fountain Park, everyone sees recovery differently. The city government measures it, but the community, they feel it. Tonight, First Alert 4's Justin Andrews is zooming in on a church's perspective, sharing how they became the first line of response when systems lagged.
From above, it's a view that still feels stuck in time. New Drone 4 footage hovering over homes along Newstead. Roofs ripped away, walls exposed, all visible from the sky and on the ground. It looks less like recovery for some and more like the storm just hit.
There are some areas that have not been touched. There are some lives that have not received the love from a judicial standpoint.
For Pleasant Grove's pastor, Raphael Darton, the Ville neighborhood is personal. She pastors here. She grew up here. She knows the streets, the families.
The people. I love being able to see people grow, to see people expand their horizons with God.
So when the tornado hit on May 16th, 2025, she was actually already en route to the church. Roads closed, power lines down, debris everywhere. She pulled over on Natural Bridge in Newstead to pray.
At that moment, like, what do you say? And so ultimately, what I just ended up praying, my whole prayer ended up with, Lord, help.
But for her, there was no time to sit in the moment. That same night, she called her team into action, and many other faith leaders all over the metro did too. Pleasant Grove joined other churches like Shalom Church in North County, giving hundreds basic needs. Water, shelter, food, all began moving through church networks fast. Churches quickly became what looked like first responders, although responding to its own damages, like the steeple that once marked the church, now marked with this orange tarp.
There is always an intercessor and an advocate for you when you are in a storm.
Churches dealing with their own disasters. Move Church, roughly 2 miles away, took a hard hit.
In that moment, that day when you saw all the damage, all the calamity, how did you get to a place of recovery?
In that moment, there was definitely hope lost. I can't lie and pretend like I'm just, super faith man and everything was perfect in that moment. No, I was devastated.
Pastor Gerald Pace there says the damage was devastating, nearly $500,000 worth. Keep in mind, his church was in the middle of construction already, set to open in just 2 weeks. Then the tornado came. Even as his own church sat in ruins, he got to work, a chance to feel the heart of the community.
I believe that it put another level of resilience in our church.
Pace calls it a blessing to now be holding services here. He hopes his church's rebuild and recovery allows them to be a light to families still waiting on their own recovery to begin. And now, nearly a year later, both churches have shifted from immediate relief to long-term recovery, helping families navigate insurance claims, find resources, and rebuild a sense of stability. Pastors Pace and Darden both say what the tornado exposed is far beyond storm damage.
To be honest about the situation, there was a situation before the situation. Before the tornado, there was still a need that was lingering. There was still a need for attention, love and care and fairness and justice.
These are our places we live. These are our generational stories, This is the place where God has placed us. He placed our church here to do this work. And although it's rough things that happen in this area, there's also light in this area.
For these faith leaders, recovery isn't just about repairing buildings, it's about restoring hope. Hope for families still waiting, hope for neighborhoods still rebuilding, and hope that even a year later, this community is not forgotten. On the city's north side, Justin Andrews, First Alert 4.